Introducing the brand new DJI Action 5 Pro and the GoPro Hero 13 Black, two of the latest contenders in the action camera market. Both represent the top tier of what DJI and GoPro have to offer in high-end action cameras. However, as we enter the 5th generation for DJI and the 13th for GoPro, the differences between them are becoming more subtle. While both cameras are exceptional, each has distinct features that could influence your decision on which one suits your needs best. So let's dive right into the comparison. On one side, we have the DJI Action 5, and on the other, the GoPro Hero 13. Let's break down how these two stack up against each other. In this example, I switched the GoPro to 5.3K to test if the higher resolution improves sharpness and clarity. Personally, I don't see a huge difference, but maybe you do. Do you notice any improvement? Let me know in the comments. Now, when looking at these images on screen, it's clear to me that the Action 5 Pro has noticeably better dynamic range and overall image quality. But you be the judge. What do you think? One significant area where the Action 5 and GoPro differ is in low-light performance. The Action 5 features a 1/1.3-inch sensor, while the GoPro has a smaller 1/1.9-inch sensor. Overall, the Action series has consistently excelled in low-light conditions. In this case, the Action 5 clearly takes the lead with its superior low-light capabilities. Now, let's discuss the hardware. At first glance, it may seem like the hardware on both cameras hasn't changed significantly over the past few years. However, when you compare them to their older counterparts, you can clearly see the advancements that have been made, resulting in both being exceptional pieces of equipment. This is an area where DJI appears to have put a strong emphasis with this year's model. The Action 5 includes several built-in hardware features that, while not essential, are incredibly useful and enhance the overall user experience. The most noticeable difference in hardware between these two cameras lies in their screens and overall screen quality. The Action 5 Pro boasts dual OLED displays that are both touch-enabled, located on the front and back. In contrast, the GoPro still uses its familiar LCD screen, which only features touch functionality on the rear display. When placed side by side, the difference is quite striking. While both screens are relatively small and not particularly effective for framing your shots, the Action 5 excels in navigating menus and adjusting settings. This is an area where I would love to see GoPro make improvements, as their screen design hasn't evolved much since they introduced the front display. Not only is the Action 5 screen superior in quality, but its touch sensitivity is also impressive, comparable to that of a smartphone, making it much easier to use. Another feature that DJI has integrated into the Action 5 is support for the DJI Mic 2, allowing it to function as a receiver for two different transmitters. This is a fantastic addition. While the GoPro also supports external audio receivers, so it's not limited to just the DJI Mic 2, the overall sound quality simply doesn't match up. The Action 5's audio capabilities significantly enhance its usability for capturing high-quality sound in various scenarios. The Osmo Action multifunctional charging handle significantly enhances the camera's operating time with its impressive 4,900 mAh battery, automatically charging the camera when connected. It features controls like quick switch, shutter, record, and C buttons, which align with the camera's existing controls for a seamless experience. Additionally, the handle comes equipped with USB-C and 3.5mm microphone input ports, as well as two 1/4 inches thread holes for mounting accessories, making it a versatile tool for various shooting scenarios. This year, while DJI focused on integrating new features into the Action 5, GoPro has shifted its attention to expanding its range of accessories. They now offer several lens mods that can enhance how the camera captures footage. For instance, the new macro lens allows for filming very close up, addressing a common limitation of these cameras. There are also various ND filters that the camera automatically detects, eliminating the need to adjust settings manually. Additionally, GoPro provides an ultra-wide mod for an even broader field of view, and has an anamorphic mod coming soon, which promises a more cinematic perspective. Although I haven't had the chance to test these accessories yet, it's great to see these options available, even if they come at an additional cost. There are additional options available as well, such as a magnetic door and power cable kit that allows for charging the camera magnetically, similar to MagSafe technology for your phone. This feature is quite convenient. Moreover, GoPro has introduced a new mounting option that I'm thrilled about, positioning them as the leader in camera mounts. The bottom of the camera now features the familiar folded-away prongs, and it retains the 1/4-20 thread we've seen since last year. What's new is the addition of compatibility with a magnetic mount, a feature that DJI introduced a few years back. This makes GoPro's system much more versatile, as it now offers a comprehensive range of mounting options. In contrast, DJI only includes the magnetic mount and lacks a 1/4-20 thread or those prongs. I'd love to see the Action 5, or perhaps the Action 6, integrate these features, as it would significantly enhance its mounting convenience. Finally, let's talk about battery life. Both cameras come with new batteries this year, but the Action 5 Pro has a notable advantage. It uses the same battery shape as last year's model, which means you can still use those batteries if you already have them, even though they have a slightly lower capacity. The Action 5 Pro also offers an impressive battery life of up to 4 hours, so these older batteries can still come in handy in a pinch. In contrast, the GoPro 13 has a battery life of approximately 2.5 hours, which is lower than Action 5 Pro. However, despite having the same battery size as previous models, the prongs are positioned differently, making older batteries incompatible with this version. This change is frustrating, particularly for users who keep and use older cameras alongside newer models. Now, I need to manage 2 distinct sets of batteries, adding unnecessary inconvenience. In terms of actual battery performance, I find both cameras to be decent for everyday use. However, the Action 5 Pro offers significantly longer battery life, in my experience. Plus, it features fast charging, reaching up to 80%, which makes it feel more like using a smartphone. Overall, this is a much more user-friendly experience. DJI has also integrated 47 gigabytes of usable internal storage into the Action 5 Pro, which means you don't necessarily need a micro SD card if you choose not to use one. This feature has saved me on several occasions when I've forgotten to insert my SD card before heading out. The ability to record directly to the camera is a significant advantage and adds a level of convenience that I really appreciate. Considering everything we've discussed, the GoPro Hero 13 Black is priced at $399, while the Action 5 Pro is available for $349, saving you about $50. While this price difference might seem appealing, both cameras are now capable of delivering excellent results. We've reached a point where neither option can be deemed inferior, which is great because it allows you to choose the camera that best suits your needs with confidence. At this stage, the decision comes down to personal preference. For instance, if you already own DJI mics and want seamless integration, the Action 5 would be the better choice. On the other hand, if you have an established editing workflow for color grading GoPro footage, upgrading to the Hero 13 would make more sense. Ultimately, it's the small details and specific features that will influence your choice, so take the time to assess which camera aligns with your requirements. For me personally, I'm fully immersed in the DJI ecosystem. I love the image quality from the Action 5 Pro, especially its dynamic range and color grading capabilities. Plus, I've experienced fewer issues with the hardware on the DJI side compared to GoPro, which has had its share of problems in the past. That said, you really can't go wrong with either choice. Both cameras perform exceptionally well. If you're interested in picking one up, I'll leave links to both options down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on which one you think performs better, as they're getting pretty close.